What's up, everyone? It's Simon Chan. I'm here to fire you up and get you going because we all know we need some motivation like the way we need oxygen. Hey, 2 days in a row, this is a record, 2 days in a row, technical issues with this laptop. Hey, sorry for being 2 minutes late on here, but we are going to make it happen. We talked about this yesterday, having the unstoppable attitude. It doesn't matter what happens, having unstoppable attitude, make it happen. So hopefully yesterday you took action. You went outside your comfort zone, did something. If you haven't, hey, it's not too late to do something today. Because remember, all your dreams and goals are outside your comfort zone. Hey, before we start off, here's a cheat sheet here. Online recruiting playbook, free for everyone. You want to recruit online? I got scripts, templates here for you, or like 30 pages of goodies. You can print it out. It's free. Just drop in playbook in the comments and I'll send it out to you. All right, Terry, good to see you. Yeah, sorry for the delays, Jim. Happy Wednesday midweek. Happy hump day. Believe it or not, Terry, I've never even heard that until I met you. So you taught me something. Happy hump day, everyone. Wednesday. Hey, who are you signing up by Friday? Which customer are you getting by Friday? If you don't have someone, let's push hard and make it happen today. Okay, let's push hard out there. Damien, good morning. Good to see you got back safely in Colorado. Mary Kate, good to see you. Regina, good to see you. Hey, how was your day yesterday? Got on a scale 1 to 10. How's your day? You know what? Today is going to be, yesterday, I would say for me, it was work-wise, probably a 5.5. Not as productive. A lot of personal stuff going on. And there are going to be days where you are not going to be as productive, right? You may have unproductive moments, but never an unproductive day. Always make sure you do something. It's exciting for me. My wife is going to see her family today in Vancouver, and I got all 3 boys. I'm like a single dad for 5 days. Hey, if you're single dads and single moms out there, God bless you. I don't know how you all do it, but I'm going to be a single dad for the next 5 days until she comes back. We got baseball tournaments, a lot of stuff going on. It's going to be interesting. We'll see how I survive. Let me check in on me. All right. So 2 different schools, 3 different baseball practices, games, tournaments, but we are going to make it happen and still serve you at the same time. All right. So it's going to be exciting. Let me share something with you. Yesterday, I was on the show. Shout out to Jared. On the Slow Cook Business podcast. And actually, when it goes live, I'll definitely share this with you. And the guy's a successful entrepreneur and asked me before the show, what are the people who mostly get started as an entrepreneur, especially in direct selling? I think a lot of them is, why do people, and the negative perception, why do a lot of people struggle and fail? And I think most of them, the reason why they fail is they don't realize and I'm not talking about you, and maybe if it's you, you got to change. It's like, in order for you to have what you want, be different, you got to be before you become. If you want that, be the top leader, you got to be that top leader before you become that leader, before you get the results, right? If you're hoping that if I have some results, then I can convince people, that's not going to happen. Okay, you got to be that person. You got to change. And a lot of times we're not willing to change. Well, we go through and I teach my boys this, and this is something I learned from my late mentor, Jim Rohn. It's like, where are you going to be 5 years from now is determined by your personal development, by the people you meet, the people you spend time with, and the places you go to, right? Where are you going to be 5 years from now? So today I'm excited. I'm actually working on something to serve you all. I have a call with my accountability partner. Where are you going to be 5 years from now is determined by your personal development, your people, and the places that you go to, right? The people. When I say the people, is the environment. And I think a lot of you hang out, you do your personal development. You're watching this. You're doing the personal development, but you're not changing the people you're spending time with. The people you spend the most time with are still around where you are, not where you want to be. And another thing for my late mentors is, you're the average. If I want to find your income, I just get the average of the 5 closest friends that you spend time with. Take the average income, that's roughly your income. All right, so if you want to make, if I find that your 5 closest friends, their average is about $70,000 a year, you're making around $75,000 a year. If your closest friends are making $200,000, you're around $200,000. So if you want to get to the next, why most people struggle in network marketing, they want different results, but they're not willing to change their situation. And they're not willing to change the people they spend time with. They still hang around the same environment. Right? It's like an alcoholic. Someone wants to go sober, but he's still spending, his closest friends are still drink every day. He's not going to give up alcohol. Or someone who doesn't smoke, but he hangs out with the five closest friends. They all smoke. He's going to pick up smoking. So it's like, where are you? And you're doing the personal development. It's the places, the people you spend time with, your environment, and also, and I think, and the places you go to, the events, the conventions. You go to your company convention, going to business conferences, investing in yourself. So you got to make that sacrifice. You cannot be the same person you are. And I think you know that. And then what's not popular is like, oh, I don't want to give up my friends. And you know what? It's a tough choice. If you want to, and I'm not saying to be mean, but make an intentional effort to be closer, spend more time with people who are where you want to go. And those people, by the way, may not want to hang out with you. They're smart. It's like, say you're making $75,000 a year. You want people who you want to hang out. You want to make $200,000 a year. Those people who are spending $200,000 a year, they don't want to hang out with you because they know you're going to bring them down. So how do you get their attention? You got to find ways to lift them up. You got to find ways to give value, right? And I talk about giving value. You could be a customer, give them money. That's a way to give value. But to these people who are more successful, they're not into the money. They're into other things. Can you connect them with some people? Connections. Can you help them? Can you give them referrals? Can you make them smile? Can you make them happier? Find ways to give them value. But you need, Regina, if you don't invest in yourself, I'm sorry, you're gonna be you're gonna be where you are forever, right? Like, if you had a child, you invest in your child. You want the child to go to the best schools. You have the child to go to the best books. If they play sports, right? You would go and invest in them, have them go to camps and coaches and trainers. So why would you not? Why would you not invest in yourself? And that's why the people who, for example, are purpose-driven networkers or people who do one-on-one coaching with me, their business, they get a boost when they invest in themselves because people want to follow people who want to invest in themselves. Let me ask you in the follow-up question is, would you follow yourself? If you're not investing in yourself, why would someone follow you? Would you even follow yourself? I'm sorry for the truth, Mom. I know this is going to hurt. I don't know what got me into today, but I just want to give you the truth because I was on the show yesterday and people asked me what's wrong with people in direct selling. I think the training is great. The companies are great. The products and services are great, but that doesn't determine success. It's unless you change, nothing's going to change. And that applies to any business. People are buying you. You don't invest in yourself, you're never going to be successful. If I did not invest in myself and invest in myself, started with a little book, Selling 101 by Zig Ziglar, by my late mentor, Zig Ziglar. And if I never invested in myself, I would never even made it. I wouldn't even be here today. And I invested in coaches, courses, seminars, going to every single company convention, even when I didn't have money. I'll borrow money, put it on a credit card. I had to do that. The MLM Nation wouldn't have happened if I didn't invest in a mastermind. At that time, I didn't have money. I used up my residual income. I actually put it on the credit card. Hey, every entrepreneur has those stories. Okay, I'm just being real for you. But so unless you change, people are not, because people ultimately are buying you. They're not buying your company and service. If they are, everyone in your company will be successful. But until you get outside of comfort zone and invest in yourself is something that takes courage. Invest in yourself and spending time with other people. Stop spending time with people that are not taking. That it requires courage. When people say you want to hang out, say no, but I'm going to invest in. I'm going to study instead. That requires courage. Not buying something, maybe cutting off your Netflix and use that money to invest in coaching and buying a book. That requires courage, but it takes courage. But if you're not brave, then why would people follow you? Why would people buy you? You end up, 6 months from now, a year from now, you'd be in the exact same space. You get motivated, but you're not going anywhere. So anyway, you got to make that sacrifice. It's not where you got to be the leader you want to be starting today. That's how you get people to follow you. Now, don't wait for the results to come. The results will never come unless you change inside. So, hey, that's what I have for you. A little longer pep talk. I got to take my wife to the airport. But hey, be bold. Have courage, step outside of that comfort zone, and be that leader that you need to be so that you can have a positive impact on this world. Hey, God bless you all. See you back tomorrow.